Hello everyone, good morning. So in this video I want to talk about the braking system that I experienced on the Tesla versus what I drive and have been driving for years. This is a Honda CR-V that I'm currently driving in. This is a great car. It gets decent gas mileage, and right now I'm only filling up for around $25 to $30 for a full tank, so it's really not that bad. But I'm not going to talk about gas in this video. I'm going to talk about the brake system. So the two cars that I've test driven so far are the Model Y, which was the black, and I think it had black interior also. It was all black and it was crazy. And on that trip I pretty much just stayed on one main road through town, just weaving in and out of traffic, you know, carefully and slowly. But when I had the opportunity, I would also just like slow down intentionally and then just gun it just to see how much power it had. And there's a lot of power in there for sure. But the coolest thing I noticed was the brakes, and how when you let off the brake, it automatically just started slowing down. There wasn't like a glide type thing that happens on, you know, gas cars that I'm used to. Now, for what I've heard and seen in other videos, you can actually go dial that in on the screen in your preferences, to where when you let off the gas, it either glides or it automatically just starts slowing down. I can't remember the words for that right this second, but I'm sure I can pop them up on the screen once I figure it out. And on the second trip I took was in a used Model S. It was white. I think it had tan interior, which most other Model S's on the used market that I'm seeing does have the tan interior. But regardless, what I really noticed on that one was I didn't have to pump my brakes at all, especially coming on stop signs, red lights, stuff like that. All I had to do is just stop pushing on the gas, you know, at a considerable amount of time before I needed to stop. And by the time I did need to stop, I was already slowed down enough to where I really didn't have to push on the brakes a whole lot. So once I did stop, I would eventually like creep just a little bit, and I would put on the brake and I would come to a full stop. So my history with driving is I'm pretty hard on my brakes, and I usually wear through my brake pads pretty fast. So what I'm seeing in owning a Tesla eventually is not having to go through my brake pads as quickly, and just not using the brakes hardly at all for the vast majority of the trip. I can just take my foot off the gas, start slowing down almost immediately, and or just, you know, have that happy balance of like finding where my foot can let off the gas just a little bit but still stay on the gas, to control how much I slow down and when, especially when it comes to stop signs and red lights. So for all you Tesla owners out there, let me know down in the comments what your driving experience is and what you prefer and what kind of settings that you use in your model, whatever you have, to control the amount that is slowed down when you start taking your foot off the gas. Okay, I want to know your experience. I want to know what your thoughts are on that and what the best settings are, and so that way I can go do some more research on this topic. So thanks guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below and click the bell. There are affiliate links in the description of these videos, so you can go check out other Tesla accessories on Amazon. And if you're going to shop on Amazon anyway, then go click through my link, then go buy whatever you were going to buy anyways, and I'll get a small commission from that. And then I'll take that money and just put it in my Tesla fund, and eventually I will buy a Tesla. It will be cool, and it's going to be amazing. But until then, I'm just going to keep doing the research and figuring this thing out. So y'all drive safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.